Pew, 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 pew. Right then, lads. This is 10, 7. Awesome. Did I just say 10? Oh, freaking hell. Take 2. Here are 7 awesome coaster. You're really taking the piss now, lad. I know, I need to get this right, man. Come on, lads. Get it right. Get it right. Before I slap you. Right. Here are 7. You know what? See you in a bit. All good? All good, you tell me. Right then, so good morning, good afternoon, good evening everyone. Please select one because I don't know if you're watching in the morning, afternoon or evening. So it's up to you, whatever you take there. Right, so this is the backseat blackout. Yeah, show. The first episode, as you can tell, it's very piloted at the moment. We don't know what's going to happen. It could be crap. So we'll find out what the gist is. But yeah, with these episodes, we're basically going to be doing stuff like, you know, lists of videos like the one today. We've got 7 awesome clones of awesome coasters that you may not know exist. So, but yeah, we'll probably get some special guests on the show. We'll get a few lads that we know. We'll find out. If you have any suggestions, let us know. We can see what we can do there. Right, so now, yeah, so let's move on to the video, I guess. So what I'm gonna do is make you guys play a game because you might be very seasoned enthusiasts and you might know the majority of these clowns that I'm going to put on this list. So what I'm going to do is let you comment down below how many you know. So at least then I can find out, you know, if the video is worth doing. Because if everyone knows every clown, then that sucks for me, I guess. So then, without further ado, let's bring you on to our first entry in the list of clowns. I forgot the 7 clones of awesome coasters that you may not know exist. So then let's kick it off with our first entry, and we're going back all the way to the late 90s to Oblivion. Yep, the world's first inverted comma vertical inverted comma coaster that was built in Alton Towers back in 1998. So yeah, this was basically a prototype coaster back in the day. It was only built really for the vertical drop. I mean, all you had was a lift, turn around, you got a vertical drop straight into a hole. Bear in mind this vertical drop is about 70 foot and then the drop itself is 180 foot, so you spend 110 foot or whatever of the drop underneath the ground. So now moving along, let's take you to Taiwan, to Jansifen Fancy World, some fancy name. Ding. Here we go. So we've got G5 here. This is an Oblivion clown. It's actually mirrored and it's actually very strange. So yeah, so basically you imagine Oblivion. Oblivion's built for the terrain at Alton Towers. You got the, you know, the station built towards by the ground and the drop goes underground, way underground. Well, it doesn't quite work here. So what we've got here is basically Oblivion, a raised station. Yep, same lift up, mirrored around. And then you've got the same drop, but the tunnel doesn't actually happen till way lower than what Oblivion is. I think you probably got twice the height before hitting the tunnel than on Oblivion. So if you're in the area, check G5 out at Jansifen Fancy World. So you may or may not have heard of a special little coaster called Raptor at Cedar Point. Raptor is a B&M inverted coaster, an absolute classic, opened in 1994, alongside the same year as Nemesis. B&M inverted coasters are one of my personal favourite types of coasters. I think they are amazing. I love Manta, I love Nemesis, and I definitely want to get on Raptor. Luckily, we can actually do this on probably a day trip, and you don't have to go all the way to Cedar Point. I'm not saying don't ever go to Cedar Point because that park is huge. You've got to go there. Right, so if you go down south to France, you can find a little park called Walligator. Walligator Park, and there's a coaster there called Monster. It's called Monster, but look at this, man, for a colour scheme. Pink. Monster. Pink.
Genuinely distressing. Don't do that.
Very intimidating. But yeah, so if you want to check out Raptor, pretty much, you can do so in the same way. Just go down to France, hit Walligator Park. You've got this bad boy here, so check it out. So next on the list we have in a country that doesn't actually have that many theme parks at all. It's Turkey. There's a coaster called Redfire, and it's at a park called VSC. It's a recently built park. I think it was built a few years back. So everything's quite nice and fresh. So if you're ever in Turkey, definitely check it out. So Redfire, what we've got here is a clone of Ice Speed at Mirabilandia in Italy. And I don't think many people know that Redfire actually exists. Right, so Ice Speed, I've never been on it. It's an Intamin Blitz coaster. It's had mostly positive reviews. It looks really awesome. I mean, what you got is a top hat. It's kind of similar to like what you'd get on Stealth, but the layout is very twisty, and it looks quite forceful. It's actually got inversions too, so it might be worth checking out Redfire if you've been to Turkey one time, as it does look like a very awesome coaster. Okay, so some of you may know what this picture is, or may think they know what this picture is. Yeah, it's very similar to Manta at SeaWorld Orlando, and to be honest, that is exactly what it is. It's a clown, and it's a very, very identical clown to Manta. They've even used the same theming elements, like towards the back end of the coaster where you swoop round and there's fountains firing at you. Yeah, they've used a lot of that. So this is Acrobat at Nagashima Spa Land, and if you're ever around Japan or around that area and at that park, you've never done Manta, you can pretty much climb it there if you want. It's pretty much a very similar coaster by the looks of it. It's identical layout, similar theming. It's got that pretzel loop, which is a very love-hate element. I personally enjoy it. It's a bit intense, like a bit of a head rush, and you get that kind of force sensation in your chest as you come down, especially at the back of the train. It's pretty intense. So yeah, so that's Acrobat at Nagashima Spa Land. Check it out. So next on our list is another one that looks very similar to a famous coaster that's located in Florida. This is Diving Coaster at Happy Valley in China. Bear with me, there's a few Happy Valleys. It might be Beijing, it might be Shanghai. Yeah, so basically Diving Coaster in one of the Happy Valley parks in China. So yeah, and it is a clone of SheiKra at Busch Gardens in Tampa, which again, like I said, is a very popular coaster. If you go to Florida, it's one of the most famous coasters around the area. Everyone loves SheiKra. It's a great dive coaster, 200 foot, it's absolutely monstrous. So to have that as a clone is pretty incredible. Like I said, if you've never done SheiKra and you're over there in China, check it out. Right, so here we have one of our, I'd say one of the UK's best coasters, believe it or not. It's a fun coaster, it's stealth, and it launches 80 miles an hour, goes 205 foot. Very simple top hat airtime hill. For what it does it really well. And I do enjoy it, so I had to put this clown on this list. This one here, this is Zaten at Space World in Japan, and it's pretty much identical to Stealth. It might have a little difference in the speed and the force. I did see on their roller coaster database it pulls 5 Gs. I'm pretty sure Stealth pulls about 4.5, 4.7 Gs, so might have a slight difference in the pull out. But yeah, so Zaten is, like I said, it's an Intamin coaster, exactly like Stealth. In my opinion, it looks a lot nicer than Stealth. It looks pretty cool. It's got a nice colour scheme, and yeah, it looks like an enjoyable coaster. So if you're around there and you want to try that out, try Zaten and you'll have a blast. Yeah, very simple coaster. Yeah. Okay, so for the last entry on this list, I kind of cheated. Yeah, the entirety of Flamingo Land theme park, pretty much. That park is it's just a clown festival. I love the coasters at Flamingo Land, but there's no denying every coaster there is a clown. You've got Velocity, which is a motorbike coaster clown, which is in various parks. Hero, Zamperla Valère, there's a few of those around. You've got El Loco, SNS El Loco, there's a few of them. They have varying degree drops though. They might be slightly different each time. So that's Mumbo Jumbo. And then you've also got Kamali, which is again a Vekoma SLC layout, which is quite popular in Asia actually. It's very unique to have over in our area of the world. But Kamali is definitely a clown, so there you go. There's 4 clowns I can think of. There's probably more in the park, I don't know. So I don't know if that's ruined people's thoughts of Flamingo Land, but or not. Yeah, I don't know. I won't let it affect your thoughts on the park, because like I said, it's a brilliant park. Just because of them clown coasters doesn't mean they're bad. Doesn't mean they're original, but it doesn't mean they're bad. So yeah, so get over to Flamingo Land anyway and just check them out if you haven't already. And a lot of these coasters are quite hard to find around the world, so yeah, it's quite good that we've got these coasters in Flamingo Land anyway. So it's our clown park of the UK. So what the f is going on here? Oh, here we go. I'm back. We're back. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That is 7 clowns of awesome coasters that you may not know exist. I mean, I did cheat on the last one. It's actually 4 coasters in that park that have clowns everywhere, basically. But before I finish, I thought I'd add a few more to the list of some popular coasters, not ones that are exactly incredible coasters. Just coasters that are clowns that you may not know exist anyway. So I'll just quickly run through these. You got I've got the Colossus Clown up here. Yep, that one's in Chimelong Paradise. There are actually a few Colossus clowns, and if you didn't know, Colossus was loosely based off a coaster that was built originally in Brazil, in Hopi Hari. I'll come back to you on that one. There's Desert Race, which I'll put over here. So that's Desert Race, which is in Hyde Park, which is a clone of Rita, pretty much. I think it's got a little extended bit at the end where the brake run usually comes in. But if you didn't know, that's the one there. We've got a G-Force clown down there. So G-Force clown there, which is located in Dream City. And one last one, because I think this was really cool, is Express at, let's move over here, there we go, no, turn around, wrong way, this way, yeah, this way. So we've got Express at Wallaby, Holland, and basically what that is rock and roller coaster, stripped naked, letting all its flesh out. So if you want to see rock and roller coaster tits, you know where to go. Don't you just hate it when you lose your train of thought? So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. I know it's a bit rough around the edges. It's our first episode of the Vaccine Blackout show. I promise we'll try and improve these in whatever way we can. Yeah, it's like I said, it's more of a little pilot thing. I just wanted to see how it all worked and just tested it out, a bit of a practice run. So yeah, just comment below what you think. If it was crap, just let me know. Give me some constructive criticism. Please don't hate. Please. Right, so yeah, that's it. I don't know what else to say. Draw a bit.